Hi everyone, sorry for doing this online again today, this week as well. Okay, but we are actually outside and there is not much network here, and that's why I'm not able to conduct this in live today. Okay, so let's quickly see what we saw last week. So, yes, this has acted as a resistance. So, 750, 760 is where the high touched. I think it almost went. Above this it resisted that, but still we are at support of this has not been yet been touched even. Okay, so this is still there holding the Nifty. Okay, so Nifty levels seems to be proper still here, right? We now also had this been retested, so this has been broken, and this is where we are resting right now. This is yet to be retested, so supports on Bank Nifty are been retested. Okay, and we have seen that this might be approaching. Okay, and we had exact resistance at 32,900, right? So 32,900 is where we touched, and from there we started to fall. So nothing still, out of what we are seeing on either of the indices, Nifty and Bank Nifty. Stocks, we saw this touching the target as well. So we had seen this MRF touching almost 95,000 was a target given, and I think it touched. So this has been just been changed later on, but this was we had a buy above 9,500, and it went till almost 96,000 where the support was, the target was, right? So if you have seen, this has been changed because then we changed since the market was falling on Monday, right? So we had this changed, but then to this has been achieved. Maruti, we had a trigger, but we kept it at buy price SL and it got hit. So it did went above by 100 points. HDFC Bank, it made the target as well on Tuesday, so it did good. So this gave us money, and Hero MotoCorp short, it also triggered, and we got out at time. Okay, we booked around 3,100. So from 3,160 to 3,100 we booked. So we got 60 odd points in that as well, right? So this is where this was on Monday itself. This and HDFC Bank, right? So it normally it is what we are seeing the market work that way. So now let's see this week what do we see in Nifty. Okay, so Nifty is right now at this trend line support if you look at it, and also there is a 5 bar PRD setup, right? So PRD setup is 6188, and this is around 59.53 near to 60, still on the trend line support. So let's see what it does here. Okay, so daily as a 5 hour PID setup, there is somewhere some more confirmation on some bearishness on this here. So we see some trip towards downside, but still on the gap support we are, and monthly is still strong. Monthly does not look anything bad still. Okay, unless until it makes a shooting star or closes around 14,100, we are not going to go any other way around in monthly. So monthly is still strong. Okay, band walk is there. This has got some sideways movement weekly, and this is at, you can say, 60 support and PRD setup, right? So and trendline support as well. So let's see what Nifty does tomorrow. It's going to be important. Okay, and let's see what it does. So you can say bullish candles along the upper band. So just say daily 5 hour PRD setup. Okay, confirms above 14,450. Okay, see around 70 points it will need, because above this it will confirm. Okay, so this is where it confirms. So above this it will confirm on PRD. Okay, so maybe you can give it, okay, above this. Okay, so maybe around 90 points above it will confirm. The target is going to be bigger in this case, because It's around 100 points above the current all-time high, which is 765. Okay, so you might see it around 900, which is also, I think, uh, maybe the upper band is around 812. So we might go and see the market above or around 14,800, right? So this is one thing. Okay, so here it is almost 14,980 on weekly. Okay, so this still remains resistance because we are below this mark. Okay, and weekly shows doji at around. So this again has got the same thing. Okay, RSI is around 77. Okay, and this still holds good so far. So I'm not going to change anything on Nifty side. Okay, let's quickly see Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty has got more worst, but it is at now at support. See, we are at CIP here, 31,000, from where it has taken a U-turn, and daily is around 40. So we might see some fallback here. Okay, so we might see something. 3950 still been retested, can be retested tomorrow morning. So that is one thing. Or we might see a gap up opening. So it can be either of two. Okay, we might come here and bounce. So we will have to see where the market starts bouncing. But this really looks good setup here. Okay, so if you look at it, it's a lower band along with CIP. That is where it might take support. So this is one already the CIP taken here, and now you might see some support here. Okay, so 3990 or 3990, 950 still is a very good support. Okay, mm, we do have a similar setup on weekly here as well, and monthly this shows a shooting star or a doji at all-time high. Okay, so this now needs to be seen how it completes the month. Currently the monthly is showing negative to us and at 60 resistance. See, so last week it was still above 60. This week it is around 59.43. So as I had said last time, Bank Nifty looks a little weaker compared to Nifty, but Nifty still looks strong. Okay, so we'll see the reasons on that also on when we see the different banks as well as the other stocks in Nifty. Right, so this still is holds good, but let's see whether it confirms or not. Weekly as a doji and monthly all around. And now this is below 60 resistance at 60. Okay, so this is not a golden sector because monthly has gone below. Okay, so this is not a golden sector now. Okay, so now let's see the resistance level for it. Okay, resistance level. Let's see. Okay, the first level of resistance is going to be 31,800. Okay, 850 actually. Okay, this. Then when it comes up, we might see it then at 32,550. Okay, so this will be still the resistances. This is the new all-time high, which will still stick as a resistance to us. And now let's see, support is going to be 3950. Okay, that is for sure. This is the level where we are looking at it at. Then would be around 32,300. Sorry, 3,300. Then comes 30,000 itself. Okay, so these are going to be the levels for Bank Nifty overall. So if you're looking for a bigger range, okay, for the entire week, 32,900 to 30,000 can be the range. So it's around 2,900 points where the movements can happen. Okay, let's see the other sectors now. So Nifty IT still at 60 support on daily and somewhere some bounce back. Doji at weekly, but it's a positive sign at 88 though. So monthly looks good. Weekly looks okay. So there is a doji at all-time high, and see, look at the RSI on weekly. So that is the reason why I know this should retrace a bit. Okay, but it is at 60 support or 65 support. So we might see some fall on IT stocks at least. So this is where you can expect IT stocks to come. So this can be the range for IT stocks. Okay, before it starts moving. So IT stocks now should be part of either profit booking or at least exit the long-term positions. There should be some correction in this sector before we start a fresh rally because it's been oversaturated at this price. See, look at the RSI on weekly and monthly as well. Okay, so this needs some correction of levels before it starts a run, and this is where it will get been trapped. Okay, so this is the view on IT. Still a golden sector though. Okay, yeah. So this is what, so expecting some retracement for healthy growth, right? So this is what it is. Okay, so daily shows range movement around 60 support. Shows doji at gap support. Okay, but also at RSI around. Okay, so yes, expecting some retracement for healthy growth. That's still the good. Okay, so you should expect this in the market. Let's see the other indices now. So now let's see infra, maybe the next. Here you go. So infra we are not reporting, but let's see, it's similar to IT, similar to Nifty. See, 5 bar PRD also, and same setup on weekly. Okay, and monthly it is uh, it's at all-time high resistance as well. Okay, so this also might have either a pullback, okay, or still some steam if it is in this range. So it also has a PRD. So if the PRD goes through, you might see it coming back to around the new high or maybe till around 4,000. Okay, so infra stocks might do good towards the end of this week. So let's see. And be careful, there will be also some expectation of budget this week, right? So we'll see in stocks and we'll understand what or which stock might do good during this week, right? So infra looks okay. Let's see FMCG. So FMCG is little bit, see, it had some 60 resistance. It's gone into a range bound. Okay, though that range is still at support. Okay, it is having a flag type of setup. So let's see whether the flag gets above. So I think about 35,000 there will be a breakout on FMCG. Okay, and we might see some breakout. See, this is already at all-time high. There's a huge breakout, and now there is a setup here. So unless it does not break 33,900, okay, I'm not going to much bearish on this particular sector. It looks good setup on weekly and monthly also. It is right now still bullish as it is above the band and above 60. So nothing wrong here as well. And the only thing wrong is breaking of 60 on weekly. So not a golden sector yet, okay, but it is at support. You can see this, and it's in a range. So if it crosses 35,000, we will have a breakout on this entire movement that has been done, right? So let's say that FMCG all-time frame above 60 nahi hai, okay, daily below 60, but at cap and range support, okay, weekly flag setup and breakout above 35,000, okay, monthly and weekly above 60. Okay, overall, it's no more a diamond sector because okay, so now we are losing those diamond sector and golden sectors. Huh? Only IT, I think, still is around the same thing, but we don't have any diamond sector yet. Okay, so only IT is golden, but we're expecting correction in that. FMCG looks good, and FMCG still, we have weekly, monthly above 60, and if it breaks above, above 35,000, we will see a flag breakout at it. Let's see now the other sectors. Uh, Nifty Pharma, let's see. Hey, what is this shit start happening? As I said, there is some issues here. So Nifty Pharma is now at 40 support. Okay, so we might see it is at price support. If you look at Nifty Pharma, okay, so it's at price support or resistance breakout, and I think it's almost the first CIP on this. So we are at first support at 40 support. Okay, weekly is also at support at net 60. Okay, and monthly looks good. Okay, so let me remove this all things. See what is the monthly candle. Okay, monthly also at support above 60. So weekly, monthly 60 and daily 40. Right? So Nifty Pharma looks fantastic. Okay, so far. So let's see what Nifty Pharma can do for us. So pharma sector will have to see. Okay, so daily at 40 and CIP. Okay, okay, so this is at weekly at 60 and CIP and monthly still and monthly above 60. Okay, so this is looking good. Okay, no golden, no nothing, but looks good. So let's see. Okay, and let's see. Nifty Auto did fantastic last week, right? Let's see what did it shows on chart as well. So Nifty Auto has a breakout above 60, 64.6 on monthly, So now that is where it has given a breakout and it has come back to the resistance. Okay, now we need to cross this above this for a new high or even on this sector. Okay, so weekly looks good. Nothing, no bearishness, nothing. Okay, and daily looks little dullish. Okay, it's a shooting star, maybe. Okay, so that is fine. And we do see some type of negative setup here. There is some bearish divergence. Okay, so let's see what it does. Okay, it has got monthly, weekly strong, and daily shows something. So yeah, still a golden sector. Delhi has a flag setup. It did had a flag setup, but the flag is now no more there. So maybe we already made the high, which is the target, I think. Uh, yes, maybe we already made the target to the flag. Yeah, we already did it. Okay, so the flag target has already been done on this. And afterwards, it had up. So completed the flag on daily. Okay, and now we are at a bearish divergence setup on daily, and all rest of frames are okay. Okay, daily has bearish divergence plus and setup. Okay, monthly, weekly is looking good. Weekly and monthly. Okay, looks bullish with bandwalk. Okay, so this is looking good sector. Overall, it is yes, still a golden sector. Okay, so we do have two sectors which are still golden, auto and IT. Okay, IT we are expecting some retracement. Okay, Bank Nifty is struggling right now. So FMCG also around the support and flag setup. So now let's see make or break of Nifty. Okay, so if this still sustains above 14,100, okay, we might see the closure of this entire month maybe above 14,000 and maybe in the range of 14,100 to 14,500, or we might just retest 700 again. Okay, so this is what is going to be the range for Nifty, and that is where we have seen the sectors also. Let's quickly look at the stocks now. Right, so let's go back. Okay, so something's on. This does not appeal me much. ACC monthly is still struggling below 60, weekly broken 60, and right now it is having a bullish harami at price support. Okay, but then there can be a buy only if it crosses this, and somewhere we might see around 1785 coming up. Okay, so ACC I'm not going to like much. Let's see Grasim. Grasim has got fiber PRD setup here. Okay, we'll have this at support. Okay, 72 and 73, nothing here. Okay, so even Grasim looks good for a PRD, and so is IT, Infra. Okay, so this is one stock which you can see. Okay, so Grasim looks okay. Let's see the other cements. Maybe my favorite, but that has got a very huge margin. Okay, that's why I'm not going in for that. Okay, Ramco Cements. Let's see what else it shows. So no, it has got a gap here. Okay, so जाने दो ये वीकली टूटा हुआ लग रहा है. Okay, so this also does not look good. Hmm. Let's go to Maruti. So Maruti has also got a similar setup if you see, but it didn't don't have that actual levels here, not an M like. So let's see what it does. So if it comes back around 8300, it looks good. Okay, and if it comes around, it might come to 8400 before it starts, making that another effort to go down. Okay, currently it is around 60. So it looks good for a good little upside. Okay, maybe around 300, 350 points. Okay, it's big doji on weekly, and weekly does has some bearishness. So if you look at here, say the 67, this is 67.37, 67.80. Okay, so there is an M setup on weekly in Maruti. So you'll have to wait if it breaks below this or goes above this. Okay, so it might remain somewhere, some sideways during this week. So not looking much good here. And here it is resisting the upper band as well as it's just around 60. Okay, so we need to see this week where we close because it's a monthly close for Maruti. Maruti is right now at price resistance of 8300, and this is that price resistance. Once it closes above this, we might see 8500. Then this is the next resistance. Okay, so that was where my target was, but we are still seeing the resistance is working at 8300. Okay, so we will see some slowdown maybe, even in this sector if it has to bring down somewhere something on Maruti right now. But I'm expecting this week to be a range bound between 8,000 and maybe 8,350 is what the range should be for Maruti in this week. Okay, so no trade right now anyway in this. Let's see Hero Moto. Okay, Hero Moto had almost touched a new high. Okay, and from there it came down. So if you look at Hero Moto, okay, it came down till almost 3500, and this is where the new high is. Okay, so it's might have still some steam to keep going. It's right now resisting upper band on monthly, weekly, okay, as well as daily. It is a band walk, but it does not give you much confidence because if you look at here and here, okay, so we are okay still. So far, no bearishness here. Okay, so we need now a breakout above this 3400 for this stock to go. So yeah, right now nothing can be given here as well. Bajaj Auto, it had a dream run and it's at the new high. So this is what is that all-time high all about. See, these are diamond stocks. They will keep running. They don't bother much people, right? See, this is a breakout and see this is where it starts moving. And it's already, maybe, this may be your target. First target is the first depth 2800 से लेके 35. I think उसका already दे दिया. Okay, so if you look at this depth, I think उतना तो already आ चुका है. Yeah, almost there. See, so done with the target as well. So now it will retrace or it might do some time pass. So there is nothing much left on even in Bajaj Auto. Okay, let's see MRF now. Anything there? No. MRF also breakout here. Weekly is also looking good and weekly by the way, see ये जो target था ना वो भी achieve कर दिया flag का. Okay, so weekly flag target is also achieved. And now daily shows some divergence. See, there was a 4 bar bearish divergence, 5 bar bearish divergence, and it might have some fallback. Okay, so we might see some trade here. Okay, so MRF can be a short trade. Okay, short below 91,500. for a target of 89,500. Okay, so let's see. MRF sell below 91,500. Target is 89. So 20,000 rupees might be where you are looking forward to it, and 93,000 can be kept as stop loss. Okay, go short below this 93,000. Okay, and we might expect it to come to 89 or maybe half of this candle only. Okay, so let's see. Because there has been more volume here in the bearishness than here. So let's see if it crosses 94,000, 95,000, then it can be a buy, but not before that. Okay, so MRF, we got first trade, sell below this. Okay, so let's see, because it has already completed flag target. Now there can be some retracement. So first is MRF. Okay, let's go to Reliance. It has got some breakout. Okay, so Reliance has got daily bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing, sorry, but at support. Okay, 60 resistance on weekly, and yes, see price resistance. So this is where it is still resisting and might have some more resistance here. So let's see what it does here now. It does not look good. So Reliance is still at resistance. Okay, and there will be some reaction to the result tomorrow morning. So let's wait for it to settle before we take any trade in Reliance. Okay, let's then go to Unilever. Unilever monthly looks doji at the same day, so it's looking good. Weekly took 60 support. Oh, daily is approaching 60 resistance. Hmm. Okay, so we have got some crypt charts. This looks good. If there is a breakout about this, can be bought for this as a target. Okay, so lever looks good. Let's see whether it bounces from second 60 support on weekly, by the way. Okay, first 60 support here and second. So it looks decent to me. Okay, let's see. Okay, so lever also does not give us anything. Let's go to Asian Paints then. Asian Paint has got a bigger wig and a bigger fall this week. So this week it had a fall here, it bounced back and now another fall. It resisted 60 on daily, bounced from 40, and now if you see the close out here is 25.98.90, and now it is something below that 44, 44.75. Okay, so we do have a bullish divergence here. If it confirms, this rises again. Okay, so there is bullish divergence setup here and a perfect W setup as well. Let's see what it does tomorrow. Okay, so Asian Pin can be again a buy above 26.31. Buy above 26.35. target 2745. Okay, because that is where it might take over. Okay, mm, about this line. Okay, keep it 35 only. Okay, and 2580 should be the stop loss. Okay, maybe nahi I think this is fine. Okay, the 50 rupees gain versus 100 rupees loss. Okay, what is the low out here is 2565. We don't want that. So once, let's see when it triggers. Okay, Asian Paints looks good. Okay, so now let's see the other stocks. Britannia, Marigold. Nothing out here. Nothing out here. Sluggish. Looks like more to short rather than to buy. Okay. No, it's sluggish. Both sides. Jana looks good. Okay, so even this does not look good. See, it looks like this has been in resistance zone, and this is where it has been supported. Either side breakout would give you a big money. Okay, so I'm avoiding it right now. So this also does not give us good this thing. Let's go to Mr. DRR. Pharma is looking good. And yes, it is at 40 support and a doji. Not bad. So why about this? This can be a target. 20 ms support. And support of doji also. Simple. Okay. 5120 के ऊपर buy करो इसको. Okay. For a target of maybe 50 to 50. Okay. It might come till here also. But right now, I'll still not do anything silly on that. No bullish divergence, so upper band is not the target right now. You can have half of the target. Okay, and stop loss has to be 5035. Okay, so let's see this. Dr. Reddy, buy above 5120. In fact, 7 we can buy here also. Okay, target is 5250. Okay. पता मैंने 5035. 5035 is going to be the stop loss. Okay, so this sounds good so far to us. Okay, let's see the stocks. Okay, DVs. Oh, fiber bullish divergence begin 37 नहीं है. तो DVs एक अच्छा नहीं दिख रहा है एक्चुअली. बाकी सब ठीक है. उसके बाद let's see my looping. Yeah, looping also looks okay. 60 support के आसपास नहीं है. And it's a bullish running at 50 at 60, and it can retest this mark again. Okay, it might come till here again. So pharma is okay. Maybe a sideways and upside possible in case of pharma. Now let's go to TCS. So TCS has got a good bounce. Here also, if you see, it is working okay. 83. Okay. So this is at all-time high. So again, a diamond category stock, buy it at 60 support or 40 support on lower time frame. Nothing else that can be done on this stock. Infi looks interesting. 60 support, above 60, above 60. So Infosys can be one stock can be seen by about 1360 maybe, and we can expect around 1400 again. But I would avoid this. I don't know, the margin I think is bigger in case of Infosys again. Okay, but it looks okay. But let's see, 1360 to 1400, maybe 1405 can be the target. 1320. Okay, let's see. So Infi, can we buy above? कोई number उल्टा करना है 13. Target can be 15 and SL is 133. So around 25 points risk for 50 points gain. Okay, so not bad. Okay. Tech Mahindra. Oh, it has gone down miserably. तो ये तो चला गया. ठीक है. So let's see. Mindtree. Mindtree does not mind only now. Okay, so there is some bearish divergence here, and okay, avoid it. Okay, avoid it. Mindtree. Oh, 3 bar bearish divergence as well. So yes, looks a little bad. Okay, let's see what it does. Okay, so there can be some fall in the other IT stocks. Let's see how high Infosys works. So Mindtree we have seen has got some bearishness, can be a short trade. Okay, so we've seen this. Now let's go to banking. HDFC Bank. Oh, HDFC Bank has gone down. It met the target. See this high 1515 was the target. It was expected, and that has been hit. And since then, it had also had a bearish divergence, which has given a breakout, and now we are at support. It shows a bearish pattern here as well, and yes, bearish divergence even on weekly. And now it has got some support on monthly. So let's see what it does. Okay, it might be in this range now. Okay, before it does some other movements. Okay, range bound movement can be expected next week because of budget. Okay, let's see Axis Bank. Okay, so Axis Bank is also around the same story, resistance 60, but now it's at CIP. Okay, so it's an evening star on weekly essay, but see where the evening star is. It's at CIP. So let's see whether it works good for Axis or not. So it looks strong to me, and on a buy side rather than on sell side. Okay, ICICI Bank. Okay, so it is hitting again the. See, this key part is this. We never had a close above 546, 547, and that is where we are struggling still to close above the gap. Okay, so ICICI still has the gap to be closed. Though it made a new high, there is never a close above this. So that is where is the issue with ICICI, right? And finally, let's see the Bajaj Brothers. Okay, so Bajaj Fin. Bajaj Fin has also got 60 resistance broken down, and it still has a good doji with both on like on upside and downside. So this again is going to be tricky. Okay, so if this falls below the line, it might come down here. So there can be some huge corrections for this stock as well. So let's see, it's bounced from 60 support actually on monthly. Whether it bounces again and maintains it or not, we need to see this. Okay, so it is, see, in past it has never gone below 60. So let's see what it does now. Okay, and Bajaj Fin has similar setup. Oh, so for 60 support as well and flag pattern. So this can be a good thing as well. Okay, so I think that's it. So we do have four stocks. We've gone through finance sector, pharma, auto, FMCG, IT, and few things on Nifty, right? So that is where we are seeing the markets. So let's see how it does shape in this week. It's going to be important because it's going to be a pre-budget ready. Okay, or maybe there will be no pre-budget ready, but we are waiting now this time for the government to give something before we rally. So let's see how it goes. So thank you all, and we'll meet again on next week for the live analysis.